All right, so we're walking, just found these tracks and just wanted to talk quickly about how you can tell these tracks are fresher than most of the other tracks we've seen. If you're walking through the snow right now and you kick like that, you can see how there's these little, I guess, snowballs that kind of pop off your foot. Same thing happens with the deer. You can see that there's these little tufts of snow that get kicked up. There's little patches of dirt that are right up on top of the snow, grass, stuff like that. Just a little tip for looking at fresh sign in the snow, at least in these conditions. We've got like real wet snow. So every time the deer kick, they're kicking up that snow, it's sitting on top. That's how right now you can tell that they're fresh. You can look down at the actual imprint, but when they pick up, snow's falling on top, so it's hard to tell, you know, by sharp lines. You have to kind of look at the top of the snow. These deer were probably in here at first light this morning. Let's see if we can get across this water. Alright, so Brody and I are walking through here, and we're getting back into probably about the deepest part of this piece, right? Mm-hmm. About as far away from the road that you can get. And this late into the year, you know, all the seasons are over now here in Nebraska. But they've been getting hit hard for the last, 3 or 4 months. And we're at the very back of the piece, and we've noticed there were some really fresh tracks. And then we noticed right here where the deer came in to this little patch and browsed around. The reason you can tell if they browsed around is their tracks are just kind of meandering around in this spot. There's all kinds of debris from these little plants that's laying on top of the snow. That's telling you that that just happened. Like, this probably happened within the last few hours. And right here, there's a bed. So if you're ever still hunting or just going through scouting, trying to find a place to set up in general, when we're talking about finding hot sign, you're looking for the freshest sign that you can find, telling you that there are deer, you know, in there on that day or have been in there in the past few days. This is hot sign. It's not necessarily buck sign, but that's telling us that there's deer in here. This is a doe bed. It's a small bed. I'm sure if we looked around, there's going to be some more doe beds in this general vicinity. But if you're rut hunting, for example, and you've got a fresh snow, and you're still hunting, trying to find a place to set up, you find a bunch of doe beds like this that are fresh, then you know that the deer are spending time there, and the bucks are also going to know that. I guess it's just one little tip to kind of key in on just subtle things like that. We are looking at stuff like that. We're not just going right past it, because that's telling us one bit of information that we can use to set up and hopefully get a shot at a deer. So when you see stuff like this, definitely key in on it.